brothers and sisters, tonight's dua, many of us do not know what it means and when it should be said. Abu Musa al-Ash'ari radiyallahu anh, and the hadith is in Bukhari. He said, I was walking and saying, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Rasulullah ﷺ came to me and said, should I guide you to a kanz, to a treasure from the treasures of Jannah? I said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. He said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah is a treasure in Jannah. The ulama said the reward, that treasure, is hidden for the one who says it in this dunya and the one who acts upon it. What does it mean? Let Ibn Mas'ud radiyallahu anh explain to us, what does la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah mean? He said, there's no way you can stop disobeying Allah without the help of Allah. And there's no way you can obey Allah without the help of Allah. La hawla, tahawul, to change from one state to another. There's no way I can change from the state of heedlessness to being guided without saying La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You want to change from being full of debt to debt free. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. From sickness to health. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. You are single and you want to get married. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. That's why Rasulullah ﷺ told us, when we are repeating after the mu'adhin, and when it comes to hayya ala salah, the mu'adhin is saying, come to the salat. We do not say, no, you come to the salat. Hayya ala salat. No. When he says hayya ala salat, hayya ala al-falah, we say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. There's no way I can be able to perform the salat without the help of Allah. That's why it's at that time only it changed. So La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, Rasulullah ﷺ said, it's a treasure from Jannah. He said to another Sahabi, should I guide you to one of the doors of Jannah? He said, yes, Ya Rasulullah. He said, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah is one of the doors of Jannah. Many people say this statement in the wrong time. When you are hit by a calamity, we always say, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. We're supposed to say, Inna lillah wa inna ilayhi raji'un. This is what the Quran taught us. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah is not in that state when you are hit by a calamity. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah when you are weak and you want to become strong. When you are sick and you want to become healthy. You want to change from tahawul, change from one state to another. That is what la hawla means. And that cannot happen without the quwwah of Allah. We say it when we leave the house, right? Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, wa la hawla, wa la quwwata illa billah. The shayateen tell each other, leave this guy alone the whole day. How can you mislead somebody who has been defended, guarded, and guided by just saying Bismillah, tawakkaltu ala Allah, wa la hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Another hadith in the Tirmidhi. No one who says La ilaha illallah, Allahu Akbar, La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah, except all his or her minor sins are forgiven, even if they were as much as the foam of the sea. Allahu Akbar. So ya akhwan, these are the secrets of La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. Whatever you're going through, dedicate a certain amount for yourself. Make it a habit. Make it one of your adhkar, the daily adhkar. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah.